think yes, the discipline is that's something I was looking at. Like, the discipline issue is the case here. Um, the Premier League season, this season is actually different. It's easy to collect yellow card than ever before. If you kick
Yeah.
the ball just a little bit one direction, that's a yellow card.
Everybody's
So
touchy.
yes, I think everybody's touchy. Sure, you get you touch. We got a couple of yellows in the beginning of the season for that now.
With Ben White, I
You can't
remember.
imagine. I'm happy that Jack actually left. Imagine if the guys in it. Imagine if the guys in the league. Jack is there. We're gonna collect the card.
Ah,
So I think Liverpool really have to worry about that. Yeah.
Match of the weekend. Match of the weekend. This one showed up with everything that makes it the game of the weekend. The refereeing, the goals scored, the pattern of play, the desire, the charisma of the coaches, and everything around this game was just built to be the match game of the weekend. Tottenham playing at home to Liverpool. This game, we all know, ended 2-1 in favor of Tottenham. And there are so many things that happened in this game. The refereeing was horrendous in certain aspects. The defending for me was a little bit out of place. Tottenham, like I say, sometimes results look like a paper over crack. Tottenham are doing bits, but I don't think they are as good as many think they are.
yeah,
So
no.
we look at that game and try to unpack it. Who do I start with? Chioma, you're showing interest on this one. What's your overall thought before we go into the nitty-gritties of the game?
This is my face. My face is my overall thought. Because I'd rather it was Liverpool behind me or on top of me. So, like, really? How did that even happen? And you know the joke of the century here is that I think after the review, the whole VAR review. So the VAR is saying that the VAR thought that the goals had been added, had been taken, had been, in fact, I don't even understand the adjectives they were using.
Um,
Like, how are we even here? This is 2023. The reason why we
but
have
they said
VAR is because you wanted us to catch every corner, everything. And
Yeah,
now the
eliminate mistakes.
VAR
Yeah, and now that make that
is
thinking.
now making mistakes. But the funny part of it is that the VAR is still a person that is a machine, but that's not what we're talking about. You see that game vexed me. It vexed me because to start with, everybody has been singing Angie, 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 Angie. He's the bestest, bestest. He's working away with Tottenham. That we know the men that did the work in Tottenham, but we don't want to shout it. Let's not even shout it. Let it be like, I'm loving up on the Northern London brothers. The thing is, Tottenham did not deserve that win. And if anybody here thinks that they deserve that win, I will lock the person out. Personally, I will lock that person out. That game was a mess. I was shouting on top of my voices. I was so angry, like Virgil van Dijk, really? Like, really? There's a reason why they pay you that amount of money. And you want that small boy that is very tall to be the only person doing that work behind there. It's not fair now. Do something. This is your kind of game. That's why they have you there. But I think Virgil is getting very tired. But then nobody is saying it. Do you understand? So that's all I have to say. Like, I can't even believe I'm talking about it.
Yeah, so Jude, Tottenham, Liverpool last season had a shocker of a season, the horrendous season until probably 10, until the running 10 games into the end of the season. They tried to pick themselves up and managed to get fifth on the table. So we were not sure what Liverpool were going to see this season. Is it going to be the one that started the season last year, or they're going to find themselves back? They made some signings, though for me, they messed up their transfer window to a large extent, though they tried to, recover it. But they started this season very well, performing, trying out good performances from the players every week, though they have not managed to win all their games. Their first game against, or second game against Chelsea was a good game to watch. It was a draw. And they came into this one, it poised to be a very evenly balanced game, interesting and exciting one, which we saw before the red cards started flying in. But even after going one man down, Liverpool were still playing like they were 11 men on the pitch, got a goal that was erroneously cancelled by theirs, by VAR and whoever that was there. So what have you made of Liverpool? What did you make about them, in this game, the way they played this game? And I think for large periods of this game before the second red card, they were on top of things.
Well, for the referee that made that bad call, I think he has been suspended for the rest part of the season. Because what he did was so atrocious. It was at a point I was thinking that he was recruited from INEC. Yeah,
Is that
So, but again, we know Liverpool is not a bad team. We know what problems they had last season when Sadio Mane left. Which Sadio Mane was a key player for them, and he was loved by the entire team, which I know when you lose such a player, definitely there's a morale we go down, and then I think Klopp has been able to put the team together once more. Even the Sadio Mane who went to
Bayern Munich, it didn't work out. Now he's gone back. He's gone to Saudi Arabia.
He couldn't fit in, and he's off to Saudi to make more money.
Giving Ronaldo assists. Say it that way. Say it that way. Say it that way. Don't say money hustling.
See the guy behind me. Yeah, no, just don't talk too much. Yeah. So Liverpool has got everything. They have a bunch of players, if they are fit, any day that can give anybody any team in the world,
especially going forward.
And going forward, they have Nunes, they have Diaz, and those guys are speed stars, and they can disturb. So I don't really have any problem with Liverpool. They just needed to put their house in order. That was all Klopp needed, and the management or the board have faith in him. So he just have to put the team in order. The blip they had was that Sadio Mane that left last season, and I think that has been resolved now. Then the team should be back to where they are supposed to be. So I'm not ruling them out. Yes, Tottenham has started off very well, and which is evident to where they are on the table. So the table is beginning to
they will go down
it's beginning to look like old times, except for these our brothers that are on the other half of the table. I don't know what's wrong with them. The Man and the Chelsea. I hope we're not going to talk about Chelsea this night.
No, we're not talking about Chelsea.
Let's talk about them. How can you not talk about the big club in London? So, Reggie, we must.
Chioma is not here.
You can give the lady
your boyfriend is not here.
Ladies first, though. They're playing Calvin Bassey tomorrow. I'll be Fulham, and who again is there? Let's talk about them, Pico.
So, funsho,
I said they should go and bring Drogba back to teach them how to score goals.
No, they have Jackson now. Is Jackson not a reincarnate of Drogba?
In the last 4 games, Liverpool has considered 6 red cards. Are we beginning to see a team with? Do you think if this is not taken care of, it might undo their season? Because you can't be getting these red cards, because you don't just lose players within a game. They stand the risk of also missing maybe 2 consecutive games if it's a straight red card in the case of Curtis Jones. And of course, next game you're not going to have Diego Jota in the game. Do you think this should be a worry for Klopp to find a way to deal with and get the team finish games with 11 men? I know Arsenal so far this season ago or 2 seasons ago, they are finding it difficult to have 11 men stay on the pitch for the duration of their matches.
I think yes, the discipline is that's something I was looking at. Like, the discipline issue is the case here. Um, the Premier League season, this season is actually different. It's easy to collect yellow card than ever before. If you kick the ball just a little bit one direction, that's a yellow card.
Everybody's
So
touchy.
yes, I think everybody's touchy. Sure, you get you touch. We got a couple of yellows in the beginning of the season for that now.
With Ben White, I
You can
remember.
imagine. I'm happy that Jack actually left. You can imagine the guys in it. Imagine the guys in the league. Chaka is not. We're gonna collect the card. So I think Liverpool really have to worry about that. Yeah, Chaka. If you bet that Chaka will collect the yellow card on every game in the season, you make a lot of money, Shaq.
You win money.
Just to put that out there. You win a lot of money, but I think Liverpool is the team. And they have to be careful because I want them to be a successful team because I have a thing that a few clubs that I'm praying don't let us down will be Arsenal and Liverpool to give Man City problem. If Liverpool drop down so early, it's going to be another walk in the park for Manchester City, right?
Yeah.
So only two clubs can save the whole league for everybody else: Arsenal, Manchester, and Liverpool, to make it not easy for Manchester City. Yes, discipline is an issue. And Van Dijk, he just would not shut up. I was in face of the referee a few times. So was collect card yesterday, along with card they already collected with the players that they've missed it. They've missed. First of all, in the last game, the calls are questionable, right? The red card, you can say yes or no. It can be given, cannot be given. Anything can happen. But after you've given that was before the first half. I would think some referees sit down like, guys, how did the first half go? What did we do wrong? What did we do right? And make sure you don't make the same mistake again in the second half. Like they would double down on the second half. Because the first yellow card, nobody touched the guy. The guy tripped himself, collect yellow. Normally, on a sensible referee, even the second one was a foul, you just call it and I give a card. You give a card.
Yeah, or
make
at,
it
at least
play.
one the guy. Yeah,
one the guy. That's a very big game. I think it's investigated. Somebody probably bet on that because he just unreasonable. He just now, and I'm reading about the issue with the referees saying that they thought the goal was awarded, so they just put check complete.
Yeah.
That's the report that we're getting. Now, I kept saying, do we need
I haven't read that.
That's what it said. That's what
I was trying to say.
That's what it said. That we thought the goal was given, and we just said check complete. Do we need a VR Pro Max or what? It does not make sense.
No. Let me understand that. Let's even assume that it thought. So when you say check completed, are you not supposed to give your verdict?
No, there were no lines drawn.
Nothing.
You saw that.
No. What I mean is, I don't understand. They scored the goal. The last man raised his flag. The referee canceled the goal, right? That it was an offside.
And that's what came to them.
The goal went to VAR, right?
Yeah, VAR said check completed.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So what check? What did they check? What did they complete? What did they conclude? Because that's what I'm saying.
The human being.
If a situation goes to VAR, they're supposed to check it and then give their verdict to the referee, right? Before you say check completed. So what verdict did they give to the referee when they checked it?
Thank you. Good question. I wish somebody
is lying somewhere. They made a mistake. You just own up to it because
VAR is a person.
Yeah, you can't tell me
that a person.
You thought it said check completed because obviously you're going to give a verdict, and that verdict is what you pass on to the on-field referee to make his final decision.
We have 5 referees combined, about 3 on the field, like 2 linesmen, 1 referee. Then we have another 2 or 3 watching the camera.
Exactly.
And 6 professionals, 6 guys. 6 guys cannot fix that problem.
I'm making a call based on I thought, not on fact.
I thought, you're looking at years of controversies, and I think they probably need the VR for the VR now because it's getting ridiculous. That referee is his name Mason something, whatever his name is. That referee, sadly, they'll come and say sorry. And the goal doesn't come back. And that's why we lost part of the reason why we lost the league last season. They told us, sorry, we missed the goal. We didn't draw the line. The bottom line is, going forward, I like something. and let's not move mad. Don't say sorry for something that cannot be fixed for that moment. You're saying sorry for the next game, next mistake that you might, but does it fix what just happened? I think it's just slap in the face for Premier League with how far we've come, with the controversy with Barcelona bribing a referee and that going on at the same time. You do not want to do this as a very big league.
Exactly. You gotta be a little bit more
know,
careful with
I disagree.
your job as a referee. Yeah, that's true. There's really something fishy about that referee. Yes, it was very horrendous.
I'm calling something.
Don't call nothing.
I think no, seriously. I think that AI should replace the VAR. All the men in the VAR room.
Hey,
VAR, AI.
do you think that will solve the problem? They will tell you the code that they're supposed to deploy for that game. They used the one for Real Madrid last season, so it cannot deny. So don't even go. They'll find another excuse to give you. Ubum, let's touch base with you on Tottenham. Yes, Big Ange, there's so much noise out there now, what he's doing in Tottenham. Yes, there can be that rave just because the fact that the last 3 coaches that they had in Tottenham have all been negative approach coaches. I would speak about earlier on. Espirito Santo is a defensive counter-attacking coach. Mourinho, we know most of his success is got from that. Then Conte came again and continued the same way. So now it's a new lease of life for Tottenham players and their fans and Tottenham Stadium. Big Ange has come and remains stubborn that he wants to play football the way Tottenham used to play it and the way most of us enjoy football being played. And it seems that like it's working, but I still feel there is something about like the game against Arsenal. Tottenham ran away with a draw, but I don't think they deserve that draw. The Arsenal basically gave them that 1 point that they went home with. Yesterday, again, after Liverpool went down 2 men, I don't think Tottenham used that advantage very well, though they got lucky up with the last kick of the game by a horrendous defending by Matip. A lot of people have according him slack of thinking that he couldn't do nothing about it. But I think as an experienced defender, your body shape is what does the job most of the time. He didn't get his body shape very well, and that was what caused that unfortunate situation. So what have you made about what did you make about Tottenham in this game? How they attacked this game and the result that they got?
Tottenham, I think, are honestly overrated. I think they've been really overtly lucky so far this season. I can count 4 games that clearly have shown their luck. They were extremely fortunate to win the game against Sheffield United by the last kick of the game. Sheffield United kept them at bay, and they managed just about to win that game against Sheffield. Against Arsenal, it was the same case. Arsenal had players that were injured, very important players, injured, missing after a very grueling Champions League game. And they caught Arsenal on a bad day. Even with the same bad day, Arsenal were able to get ahead twice, and they managed to equalize. And so it was a lucky win a lucky draw, which of course with the way they celebrated, you could pass it for a win. And then the game against Liverpool, like you rightly said, man, I was watching the last 10 minutes of this game with Liverpool being 9 men down. I was surprised at how comfortable, so to speak, they were in defense against Tottenham. And I waited to see what Tottenham would do. I expected, with all the talk I've been hearing, because I don't sit down and watch many Tottenham games, with all the talk and all the stuff, I thought they were going to put the ball on the floor, use triangles and tear Liverpool apart in the defense.
They have?
And it wasn't even like Liverpool were this strong defensive side. We know Liverpool has clear defensive frailties,
and they are still going forward. Liverpool,
and they were still attacking Tottenham. Yeah. Tottenham couldn't. It was the same thing. Get the ball to Kulusevski. He will cut into his left leg, and he will pretty much just back the ball, pass the ball to either Konate or Van Dijk or any of them right there. They couldn't do anything. Richarlison was a mess, you know? And I'm like, what is going on here? And the next thing he brings in Højbjerg, they were just playing, not really, you couldn't see any structure as to what the plan was to beat a team that's already two men down, right? So after that game, I was like, man, there's nothing to be scared about as far as Tottenham is concerned. They have a good mobile midfield, hardworking midfield of Sarr and Bissouma. Yeah, strong physical guys that are able to get about. Apart from that, I don't see anything for anyone to be scared of Tottenham about. And, this kind of luck, you ride on it and ride on it. The day you get found out, you'll be heavy.
It will soon run out.
Yeah, I think I hear you. I share the same emotions with you. I was watching that game when Liverpool were two men down. I couldn't see anything strategic that Tottenham were doing. I mean, you have the numbers. They couldn't stretch the game. They couldn't use their wings. The midfielder, the defenders were doing exactly what they were doing before when the game was 11 apiece. Men apiece. So it brings to question, if you want to technically examine that game, it brings to question the whole noise about the big ants. Yes, he has tried to play an attacking football, but I don't think they have really enjoyed a very good output to it, minus the points on the board, which most, to a large extent, you can attribute to the team they have played against, not because of what they have done, but they try to play out from back, which looks good in the eye, but from the first third to the final third of the field, the Tottenham seem to look good in the eye, but once they get to that point, it's a little bit a hit and miss for them. And I think that's an area they need to improve on if they want to continue this or continue to enjoy this ride that they are having right now, like Boom has rightly mentioned. Funsho, do you have anything to add? Do you have any takeaway from that game in regard to Tottenham?
Yes, I have a lot to add, and you guys hit the nail right at the top, saying that they don't deserve that win. But also, I think they're a very, very lean team. I don't think they have the depth to survive the season. They don't really. I don't think they really have a striker right now. Richarlison is not a guy. And eventually, if you don't have your number 9 to give you at least 2 digits goal scoring this season, it's pretty much not going to go that far. Like someone said, that overrated, and they're enjoying a lot of luck right now. They're hoping to themselves to build up on this, or we're going to see who they are down the line. And like I said, they always start a season like this. And they lost Harry Kane, who scored about 30-something goals, second top striker in the league under Haaland. Haaland scored 36, he scored like 30 last season. They lost that guy, and it's gonna show. It's only they're gonna rely on on Heung-min Son, and I don't know how much the guy can give them. He's on a wing, and most wingers they don't go a long stretch before the injury, start missing games and stuff like that. Now he doesn't have help, I think. Kluvetsky, whatever the guy is, he's making a good run for himself right now.
I like him though.
But like someone
him.
mentioned earlier. You like it? I do. Actually, I'll take him if you have a chance to come to Arsenal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll take him and Son off that team. Those two players, I'll take them on. But I do know that, I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't like anything about Spurs. They don't deserve it. I'm upset, and we did them a favor for gifting them that game. We gave them that gift from Jorginho. Going to Liverpool, and Liverpool would have just kind of like just top it up, put an icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But sadly, I think Arsenal owes Liverpool an apology for not getting the job done. That's the reason why they think they're doing something. Because I'm actually looking at their schedule right now.
Yeah, I think they have the better schedule. The next 2-3 games they have are very winnable games, I think.
Schedule, and they have a yeah. Yeah, there are winnable games. They are conceding goals. The only issue is like giving them goals right back. The only biggest really test they've had is Arsenal. It was a 2-1. Then they played Burnley, Fulham, then Bournemouth. So they have not really well. They beat. I'm not sure if that's a preseason or not. Tottenham and Man United. Is that a league game?
No, they beat
Or
United
they beat Man
5-2.
United?
They 2-0, 2-0
Yeah,
at
2-0,
Tottenham.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0, they beat United. So that's probably, and United's like, we see United hard this season. So that's not a test. Arsenal was the best test, and they failed that
I think
test.
that was what started the hype. The way they play United, this method in United was what started the hype, and since then they've stayed in that. Yeah. So do you think? Do you agree with the rest of the guys that Tottenham so far has been overrated? They've not really deserved the result they have gotten, but I mean they have those points on the board.
Yes, they're overrated, like you said.
I'm asking Jude. Let's hear his view.
I don't think they're overrated. They have a new man, and he's cooking something. So
what is he cooking?
We know these players are there already. We know how good we know how good Son was, and especially mostly the old players there. It's not because maybe they lost Harry Kane or something. So the squad is there. Just like if you take over a team and the core, the potentials are there, and the guy has taken over, and have found a good place, and the atmosphere in the club, is good for him
at the moment.
Yeah, it's positive, and then he's riding on that, and that's why he is. They are not there just by fluke, and you can only say that they're on a fluke or they're overrated at your own peril, and they keep getting the results. So I won't say they're overrated. It's Tottenham Hotspur, by the way.
Yeah, I hear you.
Really?
Viewers, I think.
Yeah.
Let's remind you, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you have not done so far, like it and like the video. Let's also remind you, funsho, like I said in the earlier episodes, is doing bits in the game as well. He's a founder of the Football News platform. You will find the details in the description in this video. So go out there and check out him and his socials. Chioma as well is doing bits in Instagram, on Instagram, TikTok, doing voiceover for players' birthday and so many other things. So check out their details in the description section and follow them and encourage them in their work. Yeah, guys, so far we have had a very good day, field day, fun and exciting conversation. It's always good to have you guys on the show. Transit TV, we always try to bring insight, try to dig up certain details that most fans don't look at or don't pay attention to when they're watching the game. So that's what we want you to stay on this channel for, to be able to find out some of these little details that determine the results of game performance of players and the coaches. Thank you for staying with us and keep on supporting us. Jude, it's good to have you back on the show after a brief sabbatical. I hope we'll be seeing you going forward. And that reminds me, our viewers, we're going to be having what we will call international segment of this show, where we'll be discussing the other leagues. We'll have probably our game of the week in the Spanish league, and that, and of course, in the German league as well. I will be doing some bits as well on for MLS going forward. So stay tuned and look out for that. We'll be identifying games ahead of time that we will pay attention to and talk about, because we have discovered that we also have fans from different leagues that watch our channel. Of course, Jude is a Real Madrid fan, and he keeps an eye for us in the Spanish league, and he'll be bringing that flavor to the channel. So, guys,
Bellingham flavor.
Chioma, it's good to have you shining with your Sunday shiny face and everly bringing some flavor to the channel, to the show. Thank you for stopping by again today and staying up late down there in Abuja. For sure, good to have
you. Manchester City might win the league again. I hope not.
Stop it, for sure. Put it down. Put it down.
Okay, Wisha, good to see you. I know you have a very busy schedule and you stopped again today to be with us. Thank you very much for stopping by. Ugomo, always reliable, my partner in crime. Good to have you. And one of these days, we're going to start having our live show on YouTube, but so we can get interactive with our viewers and share their opinion while we talk about this show. So you guys should start getting ready for that, both our viewers and our panelists. And the Champions League is coming up this week, this midweek, tomorrow. I hope you guys will find time for us to do a preview of those games coming up. The second game of this group stage, very important for those who have won their first game to consolidate, and also crucial for those who couldn't manage to win their first game to get up to speed and try to stay in the competition. So thank you for coming on the show, guys, and see you tomorrow if time permits, and we really appreciate it. And peace out, guys. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.